Yo, what's good, Guru Nation and the real fantasy playmakers? We are live tonight to bring you a brand new episode going over quarterback and tight end rankings, 2024 quarterback tight ends to conclude our early ranking series. We did running backs a few weeks back. We did receivers as well. Can't forget QBs and TEs. So we're going to get those in tonight with the Playmakers crew, y'all, on the Guru Nation podcast, on the Gen Wealth Network, live on both channels, our first ever multi-stream of both the Guru Nation podcast, Spencer Guru channel, and the Gen Wealth Net. Bogard Scott Free, the founding father of that. He'll be on with us as well as Miles Peacock and Guccini JD of Heart to Start. We'll bring them on in just a minute. Let's run this intro thing, y'all. If I can find it. There it is. Let's rock!
Eureka. We make plays every day, yeah. 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 Hit him with the run pass option. I run shit or I shred from the pocket. I'm always shopping, I'm always copping, and always pray I'm falling like leaves an item. Hey, what could I say? I make plays every day. Catch me with a thick one, make her pay what she weigh. And then some. Welcome to my kingdom. Really in the field, never got my feet up. Go hard, push a hard line. Yeah, been around, peep the archives. Yeah. Off top, it's a long grind. You don't need to watch to see that it's hard time, yeah. I'm counting chips, finna take the chip. You counterfeits, better pay attention. I'm about a chick, catch me in my bag. Sunday to Sunday, we living that. We make plays every day, yeah. 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 We make plays every day, yeah.
Could be one sitting in the pocket. I like to dip and dunk, but I rock it. Money is the topic. Win.
Oh, yeah. There it is, y'all. Real Fantasy Playmakers, Guru Nation podcast. Let's get it. Let's bring on the OG playmaker, founding father of GWN, Hollywood, Bo Hogan.
Yeah, brother. It is I, Bogard Scott Free, a.k.a. Hollywood Bo Hogan, brother, a.k.a. Luigi, a.k.a. Skinny Lou, a.k.a. Bruce Wayne, a.k.a. Fletcher Reed, a.k.a. Bogarty McFly. What's happening? Oh, yeah. Not
Let's
alone.
get it.
Right?
Let's get it. Let's get it. Yeah.
Hold on. I got something for
Yeah, bring the rest of them out, man. Bring the rest of the playmakers out.
Look at this. You got to have the heart to start. And chances make champions. And the epitome of that is one man by the name of Guccini JD.
What's happening, man? What's happening to the Guru Nation? What's happening to the Gen Wealth representatives, man? What's happening to the Heart to Start representatives, man? This is a motherfucking big event right now, man. We are multi-streaming to multiple platforms, man. We are here to give y'all these fantasy isms. We talking about quarterbacks tonight, man. I can't wait. You know, I'm on my ply shit, man. It's criminal time around here to us fantasy football enthusiasts, man. Let's get this shit cooking, man. We pushing this boulder up the hill. Let's continue to rock, bro. 100%.
Right on, JD. Right on.
Next, big bro.
Man, we got the infamous, the motherfucking Miles Neon Peacock in the motherfucking building, man. Talk to him, big bro.
What's up, everyone? I'm representing H-Town. We talking quarterbacks today, so our man CJ Stroud's got to be up there a bit. Everybody rocking with him. He's cool as shit, man. And H-Town, man, representing. Everybody out there, pray for the H, though. They are under some severe hurricane damage, so prayers out to everybody experiencing the power loss. I know some people coming back with that, but we're here to talk fantasy football. We're doing quarterbacks and tight ends. Appreciate everybody. Make sure you guys are checking out the website, neonpeacockmerch.com. You can get some cool graphic work done. You have all our nickname Hall of Fame inspired by Bogard Scott-Free. And I got sales going up there all the time, so just go ahead and check that out. neonpeacockmerch.com. Get yourself some fly gear for the football season.
Right on, Peacock. Appreciate you doing your thing with all that. And yes, prayers up to the H-Town, and they're going to shake back real quick. We always shake back down south. And no matter how big the damn storm is, we always bounce back.
Let them know, bro.
Damn straight.
On everything. So let's shout out this chat here, y'all. We got a lot of people up in this chat here. I'll pull them up. Can you see the comments, Bogey?
Yeah. Oh, yeah. Off top. Yep.
Shout out to Derek.
Shout out to
Salute.
Derek. Shout out to Philly. You know what I mean?
Yes, sir. Oh, we.
My fault.
Oh, yeah.
Oh, you good. All good, bro. All good. All good. We all got the admin access now. All good. Shout out to Sir Bongs up in here.
Yo, shit, man, shout out to Sir Bongs, B.
What up, Emil? What up, Lee? What up, Kidda? I see Kidda backstage. What up, bro?
Yep.
We'll bring Kidda on in just a minute.
We're gonna make a few things official. So we got some announcements. You know what I mean?
Come on now.
Yes. Ghost Monkey up in here. What up, Ghost?
Yep. Shout out to Ghost.
What up, Ghost?
Ginger Ninja. Dennis. What up, bro?
Let's go. The Ginger Ninja himself.
Right on. Fresh MJC. What up, bro?
What up, Fresh?
Hey.
Let's go. Keep it fresh.
Right on.
Yeah, I mean, and tonight for the Playmakers, we are simulcasting to not only the GWN and the Guru Nation. We are simulcasting to the Heart to Start and to Neon Peacock over there, man. Everybody be sure to check out everybody's shit and be sure to sub up to everybody's joints, man. If you wonder where we get the ill graphics and edits, man, that's our man Neon Peacock right here. And official sponsor of the GWN is neonpeacockmerch.com. Be sure to head on over there and support our proud sponsor. And another announcement, we want to introduce another playmaker, someone you're going to see regularly on the show. It's our man, Kidda.
Kidda.
What's up,
Kidda? Playmakers, we got it going tonight. We got the quarterbacks, tight ends. What's up,
he sound good tonight.
Okay, see, this was going to be the mic check. I had no idea how much better or if it was going to be an improvement
it's
at
better,
all.
bro. It's a big improvement.
Yeah, you sound great.
Yeah. All right.
Yes,
so Spencer, go ahead, man. Where you want to take us? Where you taking us?
Dude, man, might as well start with
psychedelic. Let's go frolic through the mushroom field.
Yes, man. I'm excited to get to this. QBs, baby. Let's get to these QBs. Well, I got a few more people to shout out here. We got Chaotic in the building. What up, Kay?
What up, Kay?
We got Steamboat.
What up, Steamboat?
Joe.
Another founder of GWN.
Haven't seen you since last summer, Steamboat.
And Average Joe Sports. What up? He said, what's good, Gucci?
What up, Average Joe?
What's good? What's happening?
Yeah, appreciate all the homies being up in here. Couldn't do it without y'all. So let's kick it off here with the quarterback position here. We're trying to juggle. Oh, we can't forget Tino. Gotta shout out Tino.
I thought we all agreed to ignore Tino collectively tonight.
I didn't get the memo. Get off the screen, Tino.
Try to put it in the private chat. Shout out to my twin. You know what I mean?
Tino.
He got banned on a few spots for us tonight, man. We appreciate you, Tino.
That's Tino El Cochino around here.
Reddit, you know what I mean? You know what I'm saying? He got hella guns, bro. I mean, QB rankings.
We'll have the rankings pulled up here in just a minute. We're having it's past first 5 minutes. We're having some technical difficulties.
No, it's all me. It's all about me right now. I'm the number 1 QB.
Peacock messing with it. I don't know what's going on with this joint.
Cool.
Yeah, I'm not touching anything.
Jersey.
Yeah, I don't know what's going on with it. We gotta. Okay. Yeah. I know what's going on now. And we're still figuring this out, y'all. We're getting all these jumpers, these jump shots up. So once I get the rankings pulled up, I'm just gonna pass it on to, since Peacock was front and center. Let's pass it on to Peacock to start. Josh Allen, Jalen Hurts. Who you got as your overall QB1 in 2024?
Overall QB1 2024. Yeah, I'm probably still sticking with Josh Allen, even though he's lost a big part of his receiving core. Lots of targets vacated, right? And they're hoping that somebody steps up, whether with Stephon Diggs out, whether that be the guy they drafted or some other residual players like Shakir or whatever. So that doesn't really matter to me. They're both running quarterbacks, right? But I know Josh Allen has a propensity to, he's going to check it downfield, hope somebody catches it, and if not, he's going to scramble and make something happen all the time. I think with Hurts losing Kelsey, that may or may, it's still yet to be seen, right? What's going to happen there with that? But I think the addition of Saquon is really going to dip into a lot of those things around the 5-yard line, goal line. Maybe those tush pushes become Saquon carries, and Hurts doesn't have to do so much off script as he would previously. So we'll see how that plays out, but I still like Josh Allen over Hurts in this situation. So I agree with you here.
Do me next.
For
redraft,
right? We're talking redraft.
We're talking redraft. What you got, Boogie? Any
so if I was at number 2, I'm taking Lamar Jackson. If we're talking QB, we're talking single QB. We'll specify, right? We will make some adjustments when we get going. If we're and specify to QB premium even.
Someone just selected CJ Stroud at the 101.
Ooh, that's I'm not mad at that. That defense is really good though. That's the thing.
Yeah, and then you said Lamar. I'm guessing you feel like the Ravens defense is
they were the number 1 scoring offense last year. Like I don't think they're gonna drop out of 3 with and I'm
the Ravens were the number 1 scoring offense.
Yeah.
Damn, I didn't realize. Wow. Okay. Well, in their defense, the argument for Lamar, I'd say, would be the fact that their defense probably won't be quite as good this year. Like they lost Patrick Queen.
That wily old John Harbaugh, though. See, here's the thing. Wily old John Harbaugh. He knows. Remember when everyone started having an analytics guy? He had one right next to him. When everyone started,
he was ahead of the curve with that.
He knows how to, and he knows nowadays you don't just have a good defense to win games lower scoring. You got to have the good defense to tee off when you're defending a lead and running up the scoreboard on offense is the plan. That Sean McVay's do it, the Niners do it, the Kyle Shanahan's, all of them, the Packers. This is what you do. And when you have an elite defense, that you just keep your foot on the gas pedal. This is what the style is today. You know what I mean?
Baltimore mollywopped the Houston Texans twice last year to cap in the season. At the very beginning, first game of the year, the regular season to the playoff loss, and they weren't close, either of them. There was the talent gap in those teams at the time. Baltimore was stacked and loaded, and you could see the difference, with the playmakers. Especially on defense, the Texans didn't really have much going, and that's because that at the time, the offense was rolling. Granted, there was no, Tank Dell and certain other players.
And Derrick Henry's going to open it up for he's definitely him on the field is going to open it up for Lamar between the 20s. Like he might run for a thou wow again this year on top of like 30 plus passing tugs, and it still won't contradict the fact that the King Henry can go for dub still. You know what I mean? Because they're
20 piece of McNuggets. They were actually
nuggets, man.
They were number 4 last year, to be clear, but they obviously still really good. Guess who was number 1, y'all? Y'all gonna be surprised at this.
Oh shit, I had that wrong. Okay, yeah.
You're good. I mean, 4, that ain't that far. Your Niners were at 3 and the Dolphins were at 2. Guess who was at 1 though?
Green Bay?
Nope.
Oh, the Cowboys?
How about them Cowboys? Yeah. Number 1. I couldn't believe that.
He's yelling right now. He's yelling.
I couldn't believe
Cowboys,
that.
goddammit.
I couldn't.
The Ravens are jumping up to the number 1 offense. I guarantee it.
Hey, I'm not mad at that LJ take though, because LJ only finished 200 combined yards behind Lamar.
Mm-hmm.
I mean,
I mean, Allen.
behind Josh Allen, bro. On
Yeah.
everything.
Yeah, and Josh Allen lost Diggs. I mean, Lamar. I mean, he lost Odell, but I mean, they drafted Tez Walker. The King Henry's there. That should open the field up some for
Well, the
him.
healthy
So.
Mark Andrews would do wonders. Mark
Yeah, and
Andrews
a
was a
healthy
lot.
market. Yeah,
And
them
then
is
a
facts.
then
And
he
a second year, Zay Flowers, who they drafted to this new regime on offense, and it's the second year in that offense. You gotta love continuity, and they should open up the playbook way more for Lamar. If y'all remember last year, he had the shit on the wristband. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Once he got to the Niner game, he didn't have that wristband no more, and he whooped
didn't
up the
need
Niners.
that shit. Yeah, he didn't need that shit no more. Yeah, I remember that. That sealed the MVP debate because a lot of people were saying Brock Purdy for MVP, but then after that, everyone was like, "Well, yeah, it's Lamar's award."
He only threw 4 picks that night.
Yeah, he
made it to the chipper.
He shit himself that night, but he did make it to the chipper. So Lamar didn't make the chipper.
Falling ass backwards into
Okay,
a championship.
this is kind of fun before you pull up the graphic, right? So let's before we get to the graphic, let's go to Guccini. If you're at third now, what would you do?
The graphics there. We got the graphic up, but
you know what I'm saying. Like before we get to it, like what if say because like I like this little mini game we're doing right now. It's kind of fun.
Yeah, I'm gonna take a chance on CJ Stroud.
Okay, there you go. Let's go.
He guys, it's too many damn playmakers over there, bro. And then you got a disciple of the Shanahan McVay tree, 100% over there, bro. And then I mean, what else can you ask for him coming into his rookie season, going into his second season, and for him to throw less than 500 times, only one less than that, and for him to do what he did, and to bring in a Stephon Diggs and a Joe Mixon on top of what they got over there, and if you can get Tank for 16 games, what do you have? Peacock a touchdown a game? Was it or something like that?
He was pacing it. Trust me, he got really close.
What up, Candlestick?
The first game and a half. Hey, what up, Candlestick? The first game and a half, he wasn't even part of the offense. Remember, he was coming off the bench, so you have to kind of factor those first 2 games in. So if you do that, then yeah, he was basically at a touchdown a game pace before he got injured.
And I think they went 6 times over 30 points last year too, as well. So that the offense was already in sync last year with the rookie quarterback. Even in this second year with more weapons, 100%. I think I would take that chance on him.
And I will make the same argument. I'm not going to say like if Houston's defense is so elite that it's going to hinder them. I think they will shoot it out and stomp fools out. You know, DeMeco Ryans comes from that Niner and Bobby Slow. They know what they got to do. They were doing it last year. They're like, we're going to come out firing.
Second year with Slowick, more weapons to play with. More weapons to play with.
Get over there.
Now, remember the offensive line was like a smorgasbord of just plug and play whoever the hell was there for most of the season. So they didn't have that going. Then you had Dameon Pierce struggling in the run game. So they didn't get that going until after the bye week when Singletary started to take off. So there's no continuity there. Then see if you compound that with the fact that CJ Stroud only threw for 3 touchdown games, I think 2 or 3 times out of the season. So he didn't have like huge blow up games, but he was still very efficient on the low volume. They didn't turn him loose until like week 5. So all of that is a super slow start for, of course, a team that was rebuilding and all of that. So a good chunk, I mean, maybe a fifth of the season, it was kind of just down the drain where, they weren't putting up the stats and he wasn't able to really, he was still learning the offense. He was a rookie fresh out of, college right in there. So it took a little bit of time. And then people were going to say like, yeah, now they have tape on him. He's like, hey man, he has tape on them too. He has tape on defenses too. He's really, really good when he has time to prepare. And we saw that in those weeks. And then he also missed 2 games with a concussion. So there's a lot of things that went into that rookie season where, it could have been a lot better, obviously. And he went into a situation that was not one of the best in the NFL. They were ranked, I think, like 31st or 32nd as far as playmakers on the offense. So for him to do that and then have all this help going into the second season with all the continuity that should be there with a full first offseason, he should make that jump. So I'm not mad at this. Still, personally, though, I like Spencer's ranking at 5. But I'm not mad at taking a shot on CJ Stroud and expecting that offense to go up. Not mad at it at all.
Yeah, I mean, I took him super high in the mock, though, and I took him in the 5th of the single QB. It's just my only pushback against him, like, being anything like with Allen or Hurts is that, like, I mean, for one, he's not a mobile QB that much. Or he's probably only going to get, like, 100, maybe 200 rushing if we're lucky. And then also, I just think defenses are going to have adjusted enough to him to where, yeah, I think he'll still have a strong year, but I think his passing numbers go down just a tad, even though he's got more weapons, because defenses will have more film on him in that system. And a lot of times the second year, you know, the sophomore slump thing, I mean, I just think the second year they're going to have more tough defensive assignments against him, or linemen assignments.
The schedule's tougher.
Put it. And the schedule's going to be tougher, you know, first place schedule. So I just, like, if he falls to me, I'll take him, like, in this mock. Like, the top 4 are already gone, so he kind of fell to me there in the 5th. But I'm not taking him any higher than that. I'm not going to pull him up in hopes that he's going to be a top 3, because I just feel like with the adjustments with defenses, I feel like his numbers from last year aren't going to go up. If we're lucky, they'll stay the same, but if I had to predict, they're going to dip down slightly. But hopefully he won't have any injuries. I know he missed the games with concussions. Hopefully he'll stay upright to where he'll probably still produce a similar amount of fantasy points last year. I just think his points per game might drop a tad.
I mean, he missed Nico Collins for 2 games. He didn't have a run game. He didn't have Tank Dell for half a season. I mean, there's a lot of stuff that went into him not having as great of a season as he could have had, I think. So I'm thinking the needle's going up. I think the fantasy community, you know, pretty much agrees with it. We have him here at 5 on the big board. I think a lot of people are comfortable with that, but it is getting to the point where I think if it goes beyond that for ADP wise, you're taking a risk, because there are guys who you can get, you know, instead of drafting him there earlier than 5, in my opinion.
Yeah,
or, you know, if the, you know, those other quarterbacks that are ahead of him, I think are justified. Burrow, Prescott, perhaps, and then Richardson's a wild card. So I mean, you know, I'm not mad at it. The range of outcomes, you know, I see top 3 potential. You know, so I'm not mad at this taking him at 3 if that's what Uchini would do.
Yeah, now without a doubt, and just a little kickback, Dak did finish top 3 last year without bringing no running capability to fantasy as well. And Dak only had, what was it? I think 600 more yards than CJ Stroud, and CJ Stroud had a 23-5 INT ratio, and Dak had a 31 to 9. You know what I mean? So if we talking about the offense getting better and being able to continue to put up points like they did last year and continue just to grow, I think like how Peacock said, the range of outcomes is not impossible for him to finish a top 3 season this year, 100%, especially with him not bringing no rushing ability to fantasy, 100%, bro.
He's still mobile enough to extend plays, though. That's what I like. He runs to keep the play alive and look downfield and add that to his passing. So I mean,
he showed it in the national championship game.
He's kind of a bit of a black Joe Burrow.
Yeah,
yeah.
Yeah, for sure. But all right. Let's. I don't mean to like cut it off, but I feel like we need to get on with some other QBs here. You know.
Okay, so, let's get to the rankings.
Yeah. Let's move on to Mahomes here, because Steamboat was saying no love for Pat at 1, and I mean I don't think he should, you know, go that high, because again he doesn't run. Those top 2 run, but I mean as y'all said, I mean with Dak, I mean you can still finish up there even if you don't run. So Mahomes, I think he'll still finish close, but to me, the rushing keeps him out of 1. But y'all seem to be very high on Stroud, but Mahomes is one that's done it. So what are y'all thoughts on Mahomes?
I like Mahomes priced at 3. I wouldn't take him higher than 3 off the third quarterback off the board, just because, I mean, the only game in town is Kelsey. The numbers did kind of dip this last season. We saw that. I don't know if this is going to be a trend that continues, so that's probably why I wouldn't take him at 1. But you know, I'm not, like I said, you know, 3's a good spot for him. I would probably still go Lamar over him, and then I'd go Mahomes and then Stroud. And you know, so you know, that's just how I feel about it. But like I said, Kelsey's really the only show in town. We don't know what's going to go on with Rashee Rice, and then the defense has been. It's not a complete mess like it was in years past, where we could count on them being in shootouts every week. You know, sometimes the defense just took care of business and Mahomes didn't have to do as much. And so that seems to be, you know, the worry, I think, continuing forward.
I can make a case for Mahomes. It is easy because I can just point to the year that the first year after life after Tyreek Hill. You know what I mean? And you had a full healthy Kelsey. And I think that's really was the issue last year was having Kelsey play more decoy than anything and helping the run game, and the defense could keep them in games because they were, I'm sure they were top 3 in a lot of metrics that matter. You know what I mean?
Tell them what the real problem was, though, Bogard. It was the box.
It was Pacheco, man. that's the one case I'll make against him is, Pacheco's, man. He's, I'm expecting big things out of him, and they definitely do try to pound it in down there. He's just been stopped at the one so many goddamn times, and then he got it going. He got it going towards the end of the year and well off into the playoffs. So, they do have a big nasty back from Patterson that they could depend on.
Out to New Jersey.
I was actually referring to the Taylor Swift box that was bad.
Yeah, Kelsey was getting a bad box for sure. You know how much money he spends on that box?
That's that's absurd, man. When Lee, shout out to Lee, he was sending us all the news today, and he was saying that like Kelsey has spent over $100 million on his romance with Taylor Swift. I was like, God damn. And then there was more that was like her. Like all the private jet stuff, like she's the one with the private jet. So, she's probably spending more than him, to be honest.
I think they're dropping $100K a day or something like that.
It's $100K a day. Oh, yeah, man, that's so insane.
Yeah, I think that's so insane. $27 million so far since they've been together.
And then the tickets he got her for the Super Bowl suite were $3 million.
For a bad box too.
She probably probably laughed at that. He probably thought he was doing her a big thing. $3 million, and she wipes her ass with $3 million.
They are gigantic people. So I'm pretty sure, and shout out to the Nephilims in the world, but it's like, you know what I mean? No one might have showed them no love. They're like, listen, you're a big person. I'm a giant person. You know what I mean? Bad box nonetheless. You know what I mean?
I wonder what her shoe size is. I'm going to look that up.
Oh, Lord. Oh, yeah. Let's go down the rabbit hole.
He better talk to not getting a prenup.
Right? Yeah, she's making one of them. Facts. But Steve-O was saying Xavier and Hollywood ain't Tony and MVS. Yeah, facts. Yeah, they should definitely elevate Mahomes some this year.
Well, we ain't seen it with them though. So you know what I mean, especially with Worthy. We know Hollywood is a proven pro, but with Worthy, you know what I mean? I mean, they invested with Sky Moore. They've been trying to bring in young talent to replace what they had in Tyreek, and they busted at pause the last couple of times that they have tried to bring in receivers. So Tony, 100% more. MVS gone. He with his dropping, with his Butterfinger. So it's just unseeing what's going, or not seeing what's what Worthy and Hollywood's gonna bring to the table. But I ain't gonna knock Mahomes, man. If he fall to me somewhere in that third, fourth round, going into the third, back into the third to the fourth, I'm definitely jumping on Mahomes, 100%.
Yeah, like I said, fourth, I wouldn't let him go past fourth for sure.
And you got to think he ain't going to throw 14 picks this year. He threw 14 picks last year, bro. You got to think that he's going to get a little bit better, especially with having another year under his belt with Rashee Rice, especially if Rashee only get like 4-6 games. You know what I mean? That ain't going to be too bad. That now when it comes
Cam Sutton just got suspended for conduct policy. They hit him with 8-9 games.
They hit him with 10. I think Rashee at minimum gets hit with 8, bro.
Dan Gibson on everything.
Yeah, I think Rashee gets popped with at least 8, maybe even 10. So we'll see. But I think with Hollywood and Worthy there, Mahomes will still do better. But Kitty Cat, you've been quiet back there. Give me your thoughts on this top 5 here before we move on to the next tier.
Oh, you're on mute.
Mighty
yeah, we can't hear you, Kidda.
Oh, that might have been what happened. Huh? He might have been trying to chime. Oh, you know what? Hey, click back out. Come back in here. Pause.
Come back in.
Oh
yeah, that's weird because it was working.
It could be the headset deal.
Yeah, his camera was working just fine. So
that's probably why he was quiet.
I thought he was waiting for a precise moment to chime in.
Being extra strategic.
Yeah, I was laughing right there because as soon as he X'd out, they had the Derek Carr's headshot was hiding behind where Kittle was, and I know he's gonna what's Derek Carr there, but I guess in the background, like Derek Carr, damn it, he comes to my city to be the Saints quarterback. He won't. It's like he won't get out. Like I'm just like we're just stuck with Derek Carr, married to Derek Carr. But I'll be glad to be done with that when that ends. Golly, but maybe I'll change my tune if they have a good year.
New Orleans is hosting the Super Bowl this year. Maybe some magic.
We are. Maybe
some magic.
Maybe Derek Carr will have he'll get with the voodoo ladies and he'll get the voodoo powers to
by the power of Dembala.
right. Yeah, he's always been with white Jesus. Maybe it's time to try to voodoo.
Give me that power.
He was in Sin City. It wasn't enough. He was like, I gotta go to the land of the voodoo hoodoo.
That's wild, bro. Yeah, because he's kind of like the dark, even though he's the big Jesus. He's always got he's got some tats and stuff. He's always angry. Yeah, I know. He's trying to avenge something. Hopefully,
Charles Lee Ray.
But Kidda's back.
All right, here we go. You can hear me now?
Oh yeah,
brother.
Okay, I feel like this is a layup when we get to 5. You know, it's like any of these guys fall into this position. It's good to get Hurts here though, because we haven't talked to him, right? So I know last year's debacle at the end of the season might upset some people, but I do like the changes that team did make. We get another year of. We talked about continuity. Those receivers have been there for a little while, and they're proven commodities. They're really, really good. And that might be the big difference between any of the other teams is that the commodities that Hurts has, he's been working with them for a while, and they're really good. So Jackson, Mahomes, Stroud, Allen, they're all really good. They're going to give you something no matter who they're working with.
Hurts got a gang of weapons, and he got Kellen Moore now, who's definitely going to want to throw it like at least 50 more times than he's normally throwing it.
Yes, Saquon is a big pickup. I mean, in terms of fantasy production for the quarterback, why not make him even more sought after than he ever was? He's got
throwing him the
ball. just to put into perspective, look what Saquon did with the Giants, and nobody really to like kind of help him. Now he's got he's got a team. He catches the ball. He's gonna get him. They already have top 10 red zone, production, and it's only gonna go up. And quarterbacks always reap the benefits for everybody. So, and his rushing is crazy. He's gonna run it in like 10 times still, even though Saquon is there. It might not be a record-breaking year in terms of rushing touchdowns for a quarterback, but he's still gonna get you don't veer away from something that works. So the fact that tush push is so successful, they're not gonna get away from that. If it's available, it's still gonna be there for them, and they're gonna utilize it. I really like AJ Brown, especially early on in the season. You could tell they have something special. And then Devonta Smith, one of the greatest college wide receivers of all time.
The Slim Reaper
trophy winner.
He could definitely take a leap into the WR1 territory. I know he's been kind of like WR2, but that's still nice to.
Kind of sounds like a robot farting, huh?
Yeah, I was about to say your mic. Yeah, it's I was just about to put it in the private chat. I don't know if you saw it, kid, but it's a little loud. It's a little loud, and also it's making this
it's making like some robot farting noise.
Yeah, it's a digital fart noise. Like
is it cracking? Is that what it is, or what do you mean?
Yeah, it's like cracking somewhat.
It's not. No. Did you?
Yeah, it's like every time it goes. Yeah, you might want to look into that, bro. You think you could adjust
and
then
a little bit better? I see the little bar that goes up.
Okay, you're good now. You're good. All right, perfect. Yeah, I just need to turn it down a little bit.
You had me dying with the robot.
And then, of course, Steamboat, home of the social cyborg, and it's actually an AI.
Yeah,
I mean he's from Kidder is from the Magic Kingdom, bro. He has like high tech over there that we're not aware of.
It makes your picks when you press auto pick.
Yeah, that's funny. You know,
I trust Kidda. I trust you.
I mean, I really am a AI cyborg. I got to work out on my bugs. You know, I got too many. I got to make a patch and make myself sound a little bit better.
Yeah, you
know,
sound great now.
Yeah, it sounds perfect.
Yeah, you're good.
I'm a quick,
That's him right there.
Yeah, I appreciate you
quick
adjusting on the
learner,
fly.
AI.
I know if I was in that situation, I'd be all flustered, like, oh shit, what do I
Things
do?
like this can occur in the field.
Exactly.
Well, Kid is an ex-chef driver, so he could he can do things on the fly. I mean,
Yeah, I'm a mechanic by trade. I fix things. You know, that's what I do.
Oh yeah, man. Yeah, I just get my car fixed today and then have another issue with it, but I ain't gonna go down that rabbit hole. Let's move down. Yeah, I was just saying,
talking up Hertz, though.
the kid. I have to get Kidda to fix my car. It's one thing after another with it. But
I was gonna say, I thought you were gonna hit us with one of those classic Spencer Guru rants about like, you know what? Hold on, real quick. Let me just shit on this mechanic.
I'll have some rants. I'll have some rants. I'll have some rants. Oh, he fixed it. Just the bumper. I don't think that was them. But anyway, let's move on now to the next tier. Here we got the Joe Burrow, Joe Shiesty, Joe Franchise, whatever you want to call him, y'all. Joe Burrow, the man that everyone thinks is now with Livy Dunn, even though she's Dave Paul's Keen, but now they're all saying Burrow, they're a couple. But anyway, I don't want to get all TMZ.
Oh, word?
Yeah, Joe Burrow at 6. They followed by Dak there at box. 7. She must, bro.
She has to.
Yeah, what do you think? I don't know. It might be all hype.
He's like Joe Burrow's gonna come out and like, listen, it ain't just hype.
No, they was at the all-white party. They were posted up at the all-white party with Odell, Jamar Chase. He has all the LSU people were posted up together out there. Then you got
you know who Stroud was with?
He
Tom
was at
Brady.
that too. Oh yeah, Brady always goes to that. I didn't realize Stroud was at that thing. Man, Stroud's on his baller shit, man. He's at the all-white joint.
That's Michael Rubin. That's Michael Rubin, man.
You feel me? He was there with Mike Rubin,
That's the one that Meek Mill had. He had Meek Mill doing the bunny hop. When Meek Mill lost it, he was doing the minute. That's what he was doing. I ain't gonna say it. This is a family-friendly program. They was on the jet.
No Diddy.
Oh man, then we got freaking. We got.
If I was to be risk avert. Go ahead. I was gonna say if I was to be risk avert, I might even take Joe Burrow somewhere in that top 5. Like if I didn't want one of the rushing QBs and I wanted to be safe with it, like say like I'm in a QB premium even where I'm like, okay, you know, the mobile QBs, they tend to be at a higher probability of getting hurt because of style of play. So if I'm in a QB premium, like most of us is, you know, be 15 yards per point on passing, right? You know, someone like a Joe Burrow, I'd be like, you know, I might be inclined to take him over Hurts. You know what I mean?
Yeah, you'll probably get Burrow on a discount because of the injury dip from last year.
Yeah, I was gonna say, even though he's not a rushing QB, he has had a lot of injuries, but I feel like this year he's gonna be locked in and healthy. So I got him a little higher than consensus because man, the name that everyone's jumping up the board, bro, Anthony Richardson. I'm lower on A-Rich in consensus. I got him here at 8, but consensus, he's going 6, Richardson. And I've seen some people have him in their top 5. I mean, shout out to Lawrence Fantasy Lord. He's got freaking A-Rich is his number 1 QB. And I saw someone in the chat here earlier was saying A-Rich QB 1 overall. I'm like, damn, y'all pump the brakes.
Yep.
I'm not really feeling him that high, but I know he's facts. I know he's in it. If healthy, Anthony Richardson could do it. I just feel like with his injury history and coming off the shoulder at the major shoulder injury last year, and it's an offense
he needs to be kind of prolific, like ridiculously with his passing in order to pull that off. You know what I'm saying?
Exactly. And the offense is a work in progress. I mean, I love him in Dynasty because I think if he reaches his ceiling, he could eventually be the number 1. But for redraft this year, I'm not taking Richardson up with Lamar and them, bro. Yeah, we could do that. Yeah, A-Rich or because I feel like now A-Rich is going like A-Rich or Dak. I mean, it'd be very hard not to go A-Rich over Dak, but if you're just looking for safer, Dak's definitely safer.
Dak, that pass up. Go get the shirt at neonpeacockmerch.com.
Do you think
Oh,
that
yeah.
Anthony Richardson can throw for 3,500 yards and rush for 800 yards?
35 and 800.
Possible. I'd probably say the passing. I think the rushing. I think it might be more like 3,200 and 1,000. Honestly,
That's 4,200 right there, bro. And if he got like a say like it's a 20 to 10 INT ratio with another 8 to 10 rushing TDs, bro, that's damn near finish already.
none
Right
of them run, Tino. They said the two A-Rod and Kirk disrespects, and none of them run at all. But I mean, like you saying, JD. I mean, yeah. If he hits that, bro, if he can hit for over 4,000 combined, then yeah, he could finish top 5.
Yeah, that's the key. Is that if we're going to compare him to a quarterback, and we want to talk about number 1 overall, Josh Allen would be the counterpart. That would be the most predictable outcome that would be required for him to get there, right? The rushing yards, the rushing attempts, really, and then the actual passing yards being more than like 4,200. So so other than the DeMar year, he's been QB2, Josh Allen, right? But he didn't get to play that full game. If he finished it,
Yeah, he probably would have been QB1 that year too. Yep.
So they didn't have a running back, and what does the Colts do? They run the ball with JT
Shane
and then whoever
Steichen,
they
man.
got. So the 4,200 might not be achievable, but number 8 on your list is pretty good. I think I still have Jordan Love over Anthony Richardson, so I would bump him closer to a low end WR1 rather than like a mid range. And then
Oh wow, so you're a little lower on him then. Okay.
Yeah. I mean, I like the fantasy prospect of having a full year of Richardson achieving what everybody thinks that he can do on the ground. But are they going to utilize him on the ground because they actually have a running game that is going to not need the quarterback to run the ball?
Yeah, they're definitely going to utilize him on the ground. Yeah, honestly, I think his rushing, he'll probably be about Lamar, like 700-800 rushing yards. He's definitely going to run a good amount. At passing, though, I don't think he's going to hit for 35. I think he'll probably hit more for like 3 or 32 if we're lucky, because he's just not a very accurate passer.
He's a big guy, and I like to consider him like the most athletic quarterback like anybody else around here. But I think he's going to be more like a Kyler Murray, stay in the pocket for like a second and then like run around and avoid contact and then find somebody open and throw it to them.
A one read kind of guy, or extend the play if he's lucky.
Yeah, I'm not going to – I don't see him taking off intentionally or like how we see Lamar Jackson and Josh Allen, how they just kind of like take off because they see a hole, and that's like the second read that their playbook tells them to do is like, hey, if the linebacker starts to climb into the pocket, then that's when you're gonna break and then take the middle of the field. And with him being a rookie, we need to get his passing proficiency situated before anything because he's a quarterback. So I think they're going to really tell him to stay focused on looking at his reads and finding the open man before, just saying, hey, dude, you're a monster. Go out there and fucking play some Pop Warner or high school football. That stuff is Pop Warner high school football. Which
he's essentially still in his rookie season. That you're correct when you said that he's basically a rookie. So the experience is not quite there yet. I mean, do we know if he knows how to avoid the big hits or run out of bounds now? Because when I saw him play last year, he was finishing plays with his head getting smacked against the turf and leaving the football game. So if he doesn't learn to protect himself, and if that's going to be his style of play, and they're going to want him to do that, then he's not going to have a very long career, let alone a good fantasy football season.
Yeah, but when you play that type of style of football as well, though, you don't take that away from him as well. And then only in four games played, he rushed the ball 25 times, 100%, bro.
Yeah, he ain't gonna quit running.
he had 4 rushing TDs in 4 games, like 34 rush yards per game, 25 carries, 6.3 yards per carry, bro. They're not going to take that away from him. That's part of the reason why they drafted him for that. And then if we're going to compare Lamar, even though we've seen Lamar do it, and bring in Derrick Henry, we also got to use that factor as well as Anthony Richardson's running the building compared to having Jonathan Taylor's running ability. It's going to work in both cases as well, to me, in my opinion. If you're going to use that for Lamar Jackson and Derrick Henry as well, too, though, bro. So yeah, and then 3,500 yards passing. You had a top 12. Michael Pittman, you draft in another Adon Mitchell, and then you got Josh Downs, who was 3rd in targets in all rookies. So he almost had 100 targets last year. So it's not like they're not going to be passing the ball as well. So the threshold between 3,200 and 3,500 yards and 800 yards rushing is not unfathomable, 100%. And I don't think they're going to stop him from dialing back for running 100%. That's part of the reason why they drafted him so high.
800 yards rushing is incredible. I mean, he does have like a career average of like 5 yards per carry, and that's great. But that's nothing special. I mean, and 25 attempts through 4 games, that averages out to a little over 6.
That's a lot of attempts per game for a quarterback.
I think there's no way. That 4-game sample he had last year. There's no way he's gonna be able to maintain that pace. Yeah, because
that's why he got knocked out of the games. He's running way too much.
Pace. Yeah, exactly. What was his yards per attempt last year?
They have to dial it back to some degree, or give him plays to where he's not going to be exposed and have to take off running.
They'll figure it out. I mean, Jalen Hurts, bro. I mean, Jalen Hurts has run that system and stayed healthy. Like there's a way to do it to where
Jalen Hurts squats 400 pounds, and people didn't believe he was gonna early on in his career, it was a couple of seasons ago, people weren't even in on him like the way people are on Anthony Richardson. We're talking about draft price. There's so much risk. There's so much risk, I feel, with this kid.
Exactly. The thing with Anthony Richardson, you know what the cold thing is about that? The 4 games. Here's his per 17 games. 24-52. Well, granted, he get knocked out of one of the games, so this is a little low. I actually got knocked out of 2 of the games.
2 games.
All right. So it's hard to even say. I mean, this is kind of being unfair to him because of that. But his per 17 pace in the 4 he played was 24-52 passing yards, 13 passing tugs, 4 picks, 578 rushing yards, and 17 rushing touchdowns. They had those 4. So it's just, he's the ultimate dice roll. It's one of those things. If he hits his ceiling, you might win your league by drafting him. But if he busts, that could cost you because you're going to have to pull him up high if you want him.
He's going at the 5.09 right now.
That's too high for me.
Yeah,
I'd take him in the 7th for sure, maybe the 6th. I'd probably do the 6th just because of the upside. But to me, any higher than that is I can't do it, bro. It's too risky.
I feel
he's a bigger, stronger Kyler Murray.
Yeah, because I mean, you can get Kyler Murray a lot of times in the 7th, 8th round. Same with Jordan Love as we move on to the next group here. J Love, Kyler, Brock Purdy, and Tua. I feel like I'm doing Tua a lot of justice. Tino was saying I was disrespecting Tua, but I mean, a lot of lists have Tua outside the top 12, but I had to keep him in the top 12 because he did lead the league in passing yards last year, even though he doesn't run. I mean, that system's still the same. Mike McDaniel, and they added even more weapons there. Jalen Wright, the rookie running back, Odell Beckham. So Tua should still be strong despite him not running in the Brock Purdy. I mean, that's Kyle Shanahan's offense. I think he'll still be a top 12 guy. A lot of people are out on the Brock too, though. I mean, the Brock, he fell to the 13th round of the single QB mock last week. I was like, what the hell? I'm like, y'all are really just really sleeping on Brock Purdy, bro. I guess because they lost the Super Bowl. I bet if they'd have won the Super Bowl, he'd be going a lot higher. And then Kyler and J Love have great upside, high ceilings. So I guess just whoever wants to kick this off, who out of this group you all feel has a chance to take the next step into that top 5 to 8 range?
I'm not mad at Kyler, bro. 100%. Kyler coming back with them 8 games that he got under his belt last year, having I think it was two tops. Damn it, I got the stats written down, but he had 2 top 24 finishes. Fuck, bro. Give me a second. Go ahead. Let me pass it, bro, because I got my shit written down.
Yeah. He
right.
want to get the isms right.
Yeah.
I'm cool with Kyler though. Like I would take him over Anthony Richardson. I think that those 8 games back. I don't have the stats in front of me, but we know that he was starting to get acclimated to being back to football and running the ball again. So that we saw a little bit of that old pre-injury Kyler, which is really good to see. You want to see that. I think that his price is going to still be depreciated, so you can get a really good value on him, and that's what you're looking for when you draft. That's why I'm saying I prefer guys like this over Anthony Richardson. I don't think there's much value there because the risk mitigation in your draft. You don't want to blow it all on one player if you draft him too high, and it could derail your entire season. You just don't know. So, you can't win it all at the draft, but you can definitely lose your league at the draft. So you want, like I say, mitigate risk, get people on your team that you are comfortable with. I know that Kyler Murray's had some injury history as well, but like I said, he was able to finish out the end of season after the surgery. It wasn't anything that's lingering or anything like that. So with the addition of Marvin Harrison now in the draft, the number 1 overall receiver is going way too high in redraft as well. But, if people are overdrafting him like that and you're still getting Kyler Murray at where he's going, that's just supreme value. So I'd definitely rather have somebody like that. Jordan Love is nobody to scoff at, but there's just too many intangibles there, too many question marks with his receiving core. So I would probably still take Murray over Love. That's just me personally. But I do like the way the second half of this kind of shakes out.
Is Trevor Lawrence on this list? Where's the thing?
Fuck no.
Oh, he's on the next. He's on the next joint. We haven't gotten to him yet.
Trevor Lawrence has a chance to be on this list.
Okay.
Oh yeah, he definitely has a chance. You think when we're talking who has a chance to become the top 5 to 8?
I'm finding a way to shit on Trevor Lawrence. I think Trevor Lawrence can jump into this range.
You mean even lower? You think he's sucks?
No, I think Trevor Lawrence can jump.
Could be top 12. Yeah. He could be top 12.
Oh, okay. Well, we were just saying. I think you were off camera when I pitched it, Bogey. You were saying out of this J Love, Kyler, Purdy, Tua group, who has the best chance to jump into that top 5 to 8? But I mean, you could include you got Goff, Jaden, Herbert, Trevor.
I was in the Matrix pretty tough.
Oh, you're good. Yeah. So Tua, okay, yeah. Tino was high on Tua, saying I was disrespecting him, but. I mean, I'm higher on him than consensus. I think consensus 2 is 14th because a lot of consensus lists have. I think that's like Caleb Williams, bro. People are really going crazy for Caleb Williams. I'm not putting him top 12, but I think because of what CJ Stroud did last year, everyone's just assuming that Caleb's going to do the same, but I'm not buying that, bro. I mean, at USC, he was shaky at times, bro.
Let's not try to remove the values, y'all. You're right. You know what I mean? And
exactly. I mean, he's a freaking rookie quarterback. Yeah. And I mean, if we're talking rookie QBs, Jaden Daniels.
I used to do shit like that.
Jaden Daniels is the one I feel has a much better chance to finish as a QB1 because he's got a rushing floor. Even if he struggles some as a passer early on, he's got the rushing floor, and he's in Cliff Kingsbury's offense. Caleb Williams doesn't really run much. I know he's got really good weapons, but I just think he's going to have a lot of growing pains, being that he came out early. Jaden had more college experience. To me, it's Jaden I think Jaden, honestly, out of that, I mean, Love and Kyler, I think have a little more upside in him. But as far as Purdy and Tua, because of Jaden's rushing, especially in the 4-point passing leagues like standard, I think Jaden, I could see myself pulling Jaden up in the top 12 because, man, he with LSU last year was so freaking dynamic as a passer and a runner. I know his landing spot wasn't great, but I mean, Cliff Kingsbury, he did it. He elevated Kyler. I think he could elevate Jaden. So.
That was one part of my thing too, though. So Kyler, what I was gonna say is he had 3 top 15 finishes and 3 top 10 finishes, and then with Tino saying he's never thrown for 4,000 yards in his life, but he's had a 4,700 yard combined total TD season.
Yeah, you gotta look at the combined.
I mean, combined yards.
Touchdowns.
Yeah.
37 TDs with a quarterback 2 finish under his belt, even though he played 16 games that year and hasn't played 16 games that year. With him coming back, playing them 8 games, getting his feet wet on top of bringing in a Marvin Harrison, getting his feet wet with a Trey McBride. You got a Mike Wilson. You got my boy, who I vouch for a lot, Greg Dortch. I hope he break out this year, man. Hey, if Kyler Murray play all 17 games, which is a little stretch right now because we ain't seen him do it in 3 years, 2 years. But if he do, bro, he's up there. Then a double back on my Anthony Richardson. If you take Anthony Richardson where he going at right now, and you in a 15 a 12-man, one quarterback standard league and his 15 roster spot, why not take Anthony Richardson where he's going and take where you got Matthew Stafford at 20? If you can double back and get Matthew Stafford in the 13th or 14th round, and if to protect your ROI, 100%, bro.
Yeah, if you're taking Anthony Richardson, you probably have to protect him.
100%, especially if you got Aaron Rodgers, which if he's healthy this year, he's going to outperform that 22 rank. And then you got a Kirk Cousins. Somebody brought up Kirk Cousins, and then we just had Bogey bring up T-Law going at 16. You could protect your ROI that high if you take him with them later round quarterbacks that's already proven.
Yeah, and I know you're high on Jared Goff, JD. I mean, Jared Goff is the epitome of health. He's always out there, upright pocket passer. An A-Rich Goff duo would be really nice. Or even because Lamar gets hurt to being a runner. If you can get like Lamar and Goff, prioritize that QB position, because I bet a lot of people are like, oh, Goff, I could get him 11th, 12th round. But if you pull Goff up like there in the 10th, or you're like, man, why'd you take a backup that high? It's one of those things to where the QB position can be one, if you don't have it on lock, it can be hell not having a good QB, even in single QB. I mean, super flex, obviously, you got to prioritize it. But even single QB, bro, like if you don't prioritize a position, it can be rough if you're having to be like, oh, I got to do Will Levis this week. He sucked. Well, let me drop him and pick up Derek Carr. Oh, I'm going to try the Ginsu. I mean, in a single QB, you don't want to have to be messing with guys like that. So, yeah, I agree. If you take one of those riskier QBs, if you can just take the backup a little higher than usual, and then you should be fine.
Yeah, I mean, this is so alien to me. I've played a few single QB leagues since 2008 when I started playing fantasy football, but what I would do is really take a look at this list and maybe even just eliminate that first page and then see about getting 2 or 3 of the guys on that second page and waiting as long as you might feel comfortable with. Because guys like Baker Mayfield and Aaron Rodgers and Matthew Stafford, Kirk Cousins might go a bit before them, but in our rankings, he's right above them. Those guys are uber valuable. If you could get actually all 3, Stafford, Mayfield, Rodgers, I don't see how you don't win a single QB league with those 3 by playing the matchups wisely week by week.
Yeah, it's easier said than done, man. Playing the matchups, I've tried that before, and sometimes it can be a real headache.
Well, Matthew Stafford, Baker Mayfield, they each in a premium league, they finished within like a QB1 range. Baker Mayfield was like QB10 overall. Matthew Stafford was inside the top 15, and Stafford has some pretty nasty weapons, consistent commodities. Kyron, he's got the 2 receivers, he's got the system. And Baker, are we looking at a real true late bloomer in Baker Mayfield? We all think that he's been, maybe past his prime, but is that going to be a true story with this guy? People have been hyping him up since he's gotten out of college and just didn't really click until last year. That was like a really phenomenal year, and it's not like he can't do better. The system gets wiser. The playmakers that he has are legit, and the way that they drafted, they kind of can replace some positioning with injury now. So what he did in the playoffs was pretty special too. I mean, the guy played his ass off in the playoffs. So I wouldn't be afraid of just having a Stafford, Mayfield, Rodgers team and thinking about how fat my flexes are going to be, because usually there's more flexes than quarterbacks, right? So if you
if you wait on the QBs, right, yeah, you could get some really nice flexes for sure.
Right, and you usually have more flexes than quarterbacks. So if you have more firepower in a different position, you're still gonna be okay, and you might that's how, like, when you play the matchups right and you get a 40 from Stafford or you get a 40 from Mayfield or Rodgers, then that's when you're gonna have the highest point score for that league that week. It's nice to bank on the 40 almost every week with Allen Hurts, but then really what you're looking for is that blow up 70, that 60, which those only happen maybe if you're lucky a handful of times a year. And then that
Yeah.
flex position, you might be going, damn, well, am I gonna start no knock on like a Brian Robinson, but am I gonna start a Brian Robinson or am I gonna start a freaking WR3? You know, it's like with the team that just totally says, I'm gonna still wait on the quarterback. Those flex spots are gonna be nasty week to week. So I like I could totally envision Mayfield repeating and throwing himself onto that first page is basically what I'm saying. Is like guys like Stafford who have been there on that first page for a long time in their career. Kirk Cousins, you have to pay up a little bit for Cousins, but that system that he's in, I know it's a new system, but we like the prospect of the weapons and the system itself. And Aaron Rodgers, shoot, if he's out there, we don't really know what he's going to be like on the Jets, but if he's out there, I don't
second year in the system, actually, because he's been around, right? So
Yeah,
at least he
I
got
don't-
to see it all.
I don't really think that he's gonna not know how to play football. We've
Wait, who are we
seen how
talking
talented
about?
he is.
Aaron Rodgers.
Aaron Rodgers.
Oh well, yeah, no. I mean, I think what I think was you mentioned about Baker earlier that the system he's gonna have to learn a whole new system this year because they lost Dave Canales, the OC from last year. He's now the Panthers head coach, so that's why I'm a little
The
down on
sex addict.
Baker.
Sorry.
So,
He's like
The
that.
system sounds pretty nice though. The fact that they're gonna move Godwin back to a full-time slot where he probably should have been the whole time.
yeah,
they
this
might
new
be
OC
able to-
might be fine. I mean, so it's if he can get guys like him, Rodgers, Levis. It's just the thing that, and I've tried this before. I mean, I've had years where it worked. I remember I was in a 10-team single QB where I waited and got Jameis the year. I think it was the year he went 30 for 30. And so I got him hella late and had him and had another QB. I think Tannehill, I would play the matchups with them, and they worked out pretty good.
With Derek Carr.
Yeah, maybe Derek. I was just kind of playing the matchups with him, so that worked. But then I had to, other years I've tried that. Like one year I waited hella late and on QBs, and then it was just like I couldn't freaking hit the broadside of a barn as far as getting a productive QB. I mean, every QB I would try would shit the bed. So it's a little risky for sure.
Last year I
but
took Joe Burrow, man, in a lot of redraft leagues, and that killed me taking Joe Burrow. You know what I mean? And then I waited on him to get back to being healthy, and then by the time I traded him away to get somebody, it was too late.
Yeah, exactly. And then he did get healthy. I was like, oh, I'm straight now. I got Burrow. I'm good. And then he gets hurt again, and I'm like, well,
I traded him in that stretch, and then I got Stroud in, and then Stroud got a concussion for 2 weeks. So I was just like, well, thanks.
Yeah, there's a lot of different ways to play it. I tell you what, though, I know you're going to hate me for this take, Peacock, but I think Deshaun Watson could be the value this year because people forget, bro, Deshaun Watson, when he's right, he's a true dual threat quarterback. I mean, he can sling it through the air and on the ground. And I mean, he's a guy that when he was right with Houston before all the all the allegations came out. I mean, he was a QB1, bro.
That was a long time ago already.
I know. But the thing is, he's not old. He's not even 30 years old. So I think with Stefanski's offense, I mean, that's a good offense. I mean, look what Joe Flacco did last year.
Look, when I look at that boy, I don't see passion for football in his face or eyes anymore, Deshaun Watson. So I wouldn't touch him with a 100-foot pole. He has 235 million reasons to not even be there, bro.
Yeah, there's no
he's
motivation
checked
for
out,
him
bro.
to play. Yeah, exactly. I feel
so. That's just the way I feel about him, though.
The thing is, like the Browns,
a whole lot of motivation. There's no.
They
Super
got a
Bowl
good
coming to-
team. They got a good team around him. Like, why would he not be motivated?
He's done.
He doesn't know how to use. He doesn't know how to use Njoku. Like, he doesn't know how to use his weapons. He's never liked the tight end. So I don't know.
They should have brought back Flacco. They should have brought back Flacco, bro. Flacco was killing it.
Hey, hey, one thing about the Kyler Murray
infamous Winston, bro. They got Jameis now as their back.
They do have Jameis.
Yeah, facts.
What was that, JD?
One thing about the one thing about Kyler Murray too, though, it ain't just 1 year though, bro. From 2020 to 2022, he's averaged 18 fantasy points or more in those 3 seasons, bro. Don't do that, bitch. 100%, man. Just because you're a little biased about the player that you like, Kyler Murray.
I think Kyler's a value.
Not
I
you.
think he's a
Yeah,
value.
it's his health. I mean, health's really the only issue with Kyler. If
But
he's
he's played
healthy,
in
he could.
That's what it is, though. Is if he's healthy. But in 3 seasons, he played 14 or more games as well, too, though, bro. 100% on everything.
Hey, my bad. I think my computer just hella shit on me.
Oh damn, you back now? You back now? Let's before we move on to the tight ends, let's see a little more. Any more of these? Oh, how about Superflex? I know a lot of y'all savages play Superflex. Give me whoever wants to take it, and I guess I'll let Boogie take it first. He's been going. We'll go kick this thing off. What is your, one you got, and you can't pick 2 from the top 12. We got to pick 1 from each list or each side of the list. So your favorite Superflex QB combo.
The combo.
Oh my goodness.
Combo piece. Break it off. 1, 2.
Yeah, come on, man. Y'all killing me with this Kyler hate. Like, damn, Kyler, bro. For fantasy, Kyler is fine. He's a QB.
Look, when Kyler plays, his numbers are up there, and he plays a lot
as far as values go,
more than the AR has.
I think as far as values go, and I hate this because I kind of did this in a lot of spots last year, and I'm kind of showing my cards again, but it's because it's a little more expensive this year, but it's the Brock and Jared Goff, like in the Superflex league. You know what I mean?
Yeah, pocket
Dude, I knew you were going to
passers,
say
bro.
that. I knew you were going to say that.
Passers. I like that. Pocket passers. They'll stay upright.
No, but I
odds
knew
of
he was gonna
injury are
say that.
low. Yeah. Don't
Those
have
were
to
the
really.
guys.
Don't have to worry
Those are
about
the guys I was gonna take in a
prioritizing a
Superflex.
QB3. You don't have to worry about a QB3 at that point. You can, as Kidda said, like load up on those flexes at that point.
I was in a draft with Bogey recently, and I took Goff as my QB1 at the very end with the last pick at the 112, and then I was going to come back and get Purdy, and he traded up, and he took Purdy in front of me, so that would have been my combo as well.
Oh my God, he was looking for it. He was
That's the round that I got Kyler Murray in. Oh, everything.
Yeah.
So then I have Goff, and in that league I ended up going Goff and then Jaden Daniels, which are your 13, 14 right there. And then I came back later and I got Stafford. I wasn't messing around. I took Stafford earlier, like as my QB. Got my 3 QBs.
Oh, I thought that was a Jim.
Yeah. And then I got all their receivers to go with them. I have a Munra, and I have Terry McLaurin, the Scottish lad, and I have Cooper Kupp. I got Cooper Kupp way later. I couldn't get Cooper.
Hell yeah.
Not
Honestly,
Munra,
I like to kind of like, go at like a pocket guy and a mobile. So like just especially if it's a startup or even a redraft, I just feel like, like a Mahomes, Jaden Daniels combo would be really nasty. And I could have had it in the joint. I almost did it in the Jingwell startup. I almost did it, but I couldn't pass up a Marvin Harrison Jr. in the second round there. But I gotta admit, like looking back on it, I kind of wish I'd have pulled the trigger on the kid Jaden Daniels, man, because him and Mahomes together, that's just I love it because like Mahomes, I mean, he's the proven guy, pocket passer. You know what you're getting. Jaden is the guy that could freaking take that step, like I was saying earlier. So, what up, bro?
What happened?
El Jefe.
So come on, Tua Rodgers. I don't like that.
I mean,
I don't like Rodgers this year, bro. I don't want any part of Rodgers. The Jets as a team might be pretty good, but for fantasy, Rodgers is a sucker's bet, man. He doesn't run. I mean, they got Brees there. He wants to win. He's 40 years old. I think even he realizes he ain't gonna win an MVP. Like I don't want it for fantasy.
Get your Aaron Rodgers DMT MVP shirt at neonpeacockmerch.com.
Yeah, that's the only MVPs he's winning, bro. That's for sure.
It also says choose happiness with his psychedelic eyes. That's really cool.
Yeah, that man do all them psychedelics, and he's still complaining about politics on every freaking podcast he goes on. But
I was gonna do one with his foot.
He do more.
He's the vice president, bro.
Remember when he pulled up his foot on that? Was it a podcast or a TV or was it the Pat McAfee show? Anyways, I was gonna do one of those graphics. I'm glad I did it.
Oh, that would have been funny, actually. Hey, we gotta do that shit for real.
Oh yeah. Any other super flex combos before we turn the page?
Yeah, super flex
I love
is
to have
definitely.
Rocket Matthew Stafford, bro.
Brock and
Stafford.
Stafford.
Okay.
Yeah, that's cool.
Ooh, the
Yeah.
Brock Staffy. That's even more cheap.
Yeah.
That's even more cheaper with the QB.
The Cali connection.
Yeah, that's about to say. I feel like that's like you're getting Brock in round 2, and then Stafford way down in round 7, 8, 9, whatever it may be. For playing 12 teamers, you can
Yeah,
go.
where did I get him? I got him
first
like
round,
somewhere
second
there.
round in these positions.
Yeah, you get
right?
Stafford as a QB3 sometimes in super
Yeah,
flex. But
he is. He's my QB3. Seven in this, like I think in the 8th or 9th. I can check. I'll let you guys know exactly where I got him.
That's my third quarterback.
yeah.
Mhm. Yeah,
I
I
got-
could.
I
Yeah, in a
got some
redraft. Yeah, in a redraft. Yeah, I'm all for the Purdy Stafford. In a dynasty, I wouldn't really trust Stafford as my QB2. Love him as a 3 though. Yeah, you did good
He
with
my
that.
QB2 in a dynasty. He my QB3.
Right. Well, yeah, we talking redraft here. So
I took him at the 701
That's
in a dynasty.
Redraft,
701.
super flex, first 2 rounds, I would target the 2 Texas guys, and that's the way I would do it. I would look at it as if I could get 2 first page guys, then that'd probably be more likely, because I obviously do value super flex quarterbacks a lot differently than single QB quarterbacks.
That's a cool combo. You could call it like the Texas 2-step or something. Name your
Ooh.
Because Dak does fall to the second round. CJ Stroud is being drafted.
Texas.
Yeah.
Yeah, I think I took CJ Stroud in the first round in the draft that we all in, bro.
Stroud would be first round. Dak would be second round. Depending on how you value the wide receivers, and then maybe the CMC and Brees and Bijan, they're all going to get drafted maybe first round too. So quarterbacks are going to fall. I don't think you need to worry about the second list unless you're going to go, like I said, flex heavy, and then take advantage of whatever's available in the later rounds, and try and stack up like 3 or 4 starters, and just bank on matchups being preferred for 2 of the 4. I like that route.
I like hitting it from the back like that at the end of the round and just reaching for those doubles.
Hell,
I don't hate the 2 fat quarterbacks though. That they eat. If you're comfortable with going with 2 hitters, that's probably the duo that I would focus on. Is probably trying to get a nice round 1, and then Dak would be my second quarterback, because he's probably gonna be available there.
Super solid.
Yeah.
I like old Daiquiri.
Yeah.
Daiquiri Prescott.
old Dakota.
Strawberry daiquiri.
Yeah, man. That's hey man, I can't hate
That's
on
the Kirk Cousins shirt
Here we
available.
go.
You gotta do the get out face.
I say we had the before we move on to the tight ends, we had some news today about the Raiders QB battle. Gardner Minshew and Aiden O'Connell splitting those QB1 reps. So before we switch the screen, who y'all got rapid fire? Who y'all got starting week 1? The Ginsu or AOC?
Give me AOC.
AOC.
Go. I'm gonna go to Ginsu.
Me too. I'm going with Gardner. He has 2. Did you see his media day picks with the
Yeah, they're
team?
awesome.
Go to Sleeper right now and look at Minshew. Go to Sleeper right now and look at Minshew. His fucking picture is awesome.
It's incredible.
You know what?
He's got the swag factor, bro.
you know how I love the Ginsu.
Let me
You know
grab
I
it.
love the Ginsu.
The
And
community
I will
is
say,
torn.
I think it should be the Ginsu. But I think Aiden O'Connell, he got Antonio Pierce one over or some shit. Man.
Bro, we're talking about Gardner Minshew, the guy with better career numbers than Trevor Lawrence.
Yep, and drafted 5 rounds after him by the same organization. No wonder the Jags have never won a Super Bowl. Anyway, let's move on. Y'all. Tight
I
end.
love the Ginsu.
Tight end. So he's spending the big bucks now that he's with Tay. But I still got him number 1 on the tight ends, Travis Kelce. I know he had kind of a down year last year for his standards, but I still think he's a tight end 1 in that offense, especially with Rashee Rice facing suspension. And then got last year's tight end 1 going to be entering his second year, Sam Laporta. at number 2. I think Laporta's a real deal. Might have a slight drop off, but nothing too much. He's going to still be up there, I would say. And then Andrews, y'all see Mark Andrews bouncing back. Got him there at 3. Trey McBride at 4. He's legit. Dalton Kincaid at 5. I see him taking that leap. And then Evan Ingram, he was an elite tight end one last season. Don't see him slipping like a lot of people. I think he's going to still be strong. And then George Kittle, Jake Ferguson, David Njoku, Kyle Pitts, lower on Pitts than the consensus there, and then Bowers and Goddard to round out my top 12.
All right. Well,
Man, I love Kincaid, bro. 221 vacated targets.
Oh, yeah. Kincaid's going to be.
We mentioned it earlier when we were talking about Josh Allen and all those vacated targets. You know, Kincaid should be stepping it up. And Knox is still around, but, I mean, they also go a lot of 2 tight ends, don't they? So.
Yeah.
It just.
Oh yeah, I ain't worried about Knox. I mean, if anything, by Diggs leaving, Knox might. He ain't gonna be fantasy relevant. But I mean, he'll
Big Buff. You know they gotta keep a Knox. You know what I'm saying?
Come on now, honey. Give us facts. And Kincaid almost had 100 targets last year, bro. He easily walks into 100 targets this year.
Oh, 100%. Yeah, he's getting triple digits for sure. I mean, all these guys might get triple digits in this top 5. Kelsey, Laporta, Andrews, and Ingram, bro. All these 6. Like, I mean, these tight ends are seriously getting a lot. They're getting treated like wide receivers. And in the, where you have to start the tight end, I mean, these guys give you a significant advantage. So pulling them up high isn't the worst thing in the world.
You ain't lying.
Yeah, this is the hard one for me.
Yeah, Taysom made the list.
That as soon as I stopped playing the tight end position and doing the tight end premium and adding them to the flex situation, I felt a lot better about my week-to-week potential. I always hated juggling because no matter what I did with the tight end spot, I would be able to reach and maybe get to the guy that we all wanted, but something happens, like injuries or something, if you didn't get Kelsey, it was like, who do we play? And I hated that.
I mean, Laporta was like super duper cheap last year. Like
very rare does that ever happen.
Yeah,
I don't even know what to compare that to. Yeah. McBride's prospects, I like his situation. Kincaid, I mean, reiterate the same stuff. Ingram, damn, that was a really good season. What was he, tight end 2 overall? Was he even better?
Yeah, I think he was like 2 or 3. Yeah,
I think he was. I think the top 3 was Laporta. Ingram may have been number 2. Was it Laporta, Kelsey, Ingram? Was that the top 3?
It was Laporta, Ingram, and Kelsey.
Yeah, okay. Yeah, Kelsey, even in a down year last year, was still a top 3. So,
I like the fact that we could get a Goddard way down there at 12. He got hurt, but
I like Goddard this year as a value, honestly.
He's gonna play in Kellen Moore offense where like Kellen Moore. They
emphasize the tight end.
Yeah.
Last year, it was Hawkinson. He got hurt toward the end. Yeah, the top 3 and average points was actually Hawkinson, Kelsey, Laporta. Kelsey actually was tied with Hawkinson for the most per game because Kelsey missed a couple games. If it wasn't for that, he'd have still hit for over 1,000. So yeah, all the Kelseys get washed up talk to me is so silly.
Yeah.
He was only 16 yards away from 1,000 yards.
Hey, I don't like that box.
And only 7 yards away from 100 receptions. Everything. Kelsey wasn't playing last year.
Yeah, he had 100. He hit for 100.
It was a bad box.
It was
But it's a rich box. It's a rich box.
That's all that matters, I guess.
I mean, he hits the box and millions fall out of it. You know
Talk about a coin purse.
Stashed inside the box.
coin purse.
Limited. Limited tokens to the arcade, bro. Oh my mama! Shout out to
that's so funny, man.
That's a wild way to put it, but I mean, hey, bro. I mean, if the coins keep falling out, bro, you gotta stick with it.
Right. What are you doing, man?
I think
That's
any of
wild.
those top three, though, that you got up there, Spencer, I think any of those top three could finish number one. It just, depends on touchdowns and health, right? I think if Mark Andrews can stay healthy a whole year, he can compete with those guys.
Andrews is the value, bro. Because I mean, Kelsey Laporta, you got to pull them up second, third round turn, like that 24, 25 range, which is a little high. Andrews, though, you can usually get him in the fourth, sometimes even the fifth round, bro.
That's
Like him
nice.
and McBride and Kincaid, those are the values. Like Kelsey Laporta, like those two, you're gonna have to spend up. Where with the other three, like you can get them at a more reasonable price.
I'm shocked. Give me Evan Ingram.
Yeah,
Ingram,
I like
you can get a lot later because ADP consensus-wise, Kyle Pitts goes above Evan Ingram, and I'm a lot lower on Pitts than the consensus.
Last year, bro, 114 receptions last year on 143 targets. The 1A or 1B in that offense over there.
Let's go.
That, bro.
Say that again, big bro.
Come on
I
now,
like that one.
man. Either 1A or the 1B, and it looked like either 1A.
Me?
Come on, now.
Yeah, him and Christian Kirk, man, they get slept on. Brian Thomas is just a rookie. Gabe Davis ain't shit. So, I mean, yeah. Easy Ingram, man. And then Jake Ferguson, we talked about him on the episode of I think he's going to have a big year. And then Njoku, I think, could still
That's
do
about
well.
where I draw the line right there. Like, if these guys are already selected, it's like, crap, I'm probably going to punt it unless I can sneak Goddard in, later.
Yeah, Goddard, honestly, and I did some reevaluating. I mean, Njoku, he definitely benefited from Flacco. So, honestly, I might swap Goddard and Njoku. I could see myself taking Goddard over Pitts and Bowers and over Njoku because I think Goddard and the Kellen Moore effect, I think, is very real. So, I think Goddard, if healthy, will be a top 10 tight end this year. Now that because I did these rankings a few weeks back, so now that I've done more research, I'd have to move Goddard up.
I think I'd actually pass on Bowers completely.
I feel that. We don't know exactly what his role's gonna be.
Yeah, and I don't think he's gonna pull off like a Sam Laporta type of thing. It doesn't happen very often. It's few far in between. There's another tight end that's already on the roster. The quarterback play doesn't inspire me to where he's gonna break out or something, as opposed to the way Laporta did with the Detroit offense. So I just don't see a path for him to really be a huge fantasy asset. But other than that, the top 12 seems pretty legit. I love Hawkinson. If you can have an IR spot and draft him and stash him, hopefully he comes back, full strength, and we'll see what happens, because he's a talent, but obviously the quarterback changed and stuff like that. So it's just a wait and see kind of thing with him. But yeah, if you could stash him, that's what I'd go. But yeah, drawing the line basically, I'd feel bad if I have to take anybody after Njoku, and even Njoku's scary. Because, like I said, Deshaun Watson doesn't really target tight ends like the way that Joe Flacco did. So,
yeah, that's a good point. Yeah, I'd probably. But Hawkinson coming off the injury, he might miss 6 to 8 games.
That's what I'm saying. You need an IR spot to go ahead and feel comfortable drafting him. But I do like the Muth, and then after that, even Schultz is not. That's floor play at best. He's not going to really help you win weeks, I don't think, unless he scores 2 touchdowns, which he didn't do at all last season. Even though he was kind of a safety blanket for Stroud at times, and he had some amazing catches, and he's a great player. Don't get me wrong, but there's way too many mouths to feed now with the introduction of Stephon Diggs. So. I don't know how that's
I think he'd be a
with
touchdown guy. He might get 8-10 tugs being a big body near the goal line.
Yeah, but he might not see those targets and that yardage like he did last year, which wasn't even really great. And then you got to remember last year. Yeah, you got to remember last year that there was a lot of players missing from time to time throughout that offense. They weren't at full. Yeah, they weren't in full strength. They didn't have Tank and.
Even Brevin Jordan made plays.
Yeah, Brevin Jordan made some great plays, and then they drafted Cade Stover, so I wouldn't be,
the Stover's top stuffer.
Yeah, so that's a good one. People were calling him Farmer Gronk, so I don't know.
Farmer Gronk.
Yeah, dude, he's massaging cows and shit out there in the cornfield. I don't know. So that was CJ's guy in college, right? So. Yeah, I think that once you get to that point, Freiermuth, you can take a flyer on. Hawkinson, if you got the IR spot. But other than that, I'm not too excited about anybody else.
Yeah, I agree. If you're not gonna get anybody 1 through 7 or maybe 1 through 8 with Ferguson, you're gonna have
just
to
punt.
Just like if it's a 12-team single quarterback, if just like at quarterback, if you don't get one of those top tier quarterbacks, you're going to have to double up. Same thing with the tight end position, bro. 100%.
Yeah, take a shot on some guys that might have some good upside. Maybe like I was going to say maybe like a Kate Otten who is showing some promise, but then they have an offensive. They have a change with the coordinators, so just
tight end sleepers.
But like, yeah, take a shot on somebody like that, and then see if you can, like I said, pair them up with like if you could get like a Hawkinson on your IR and just ride the waiver wire for a while or something. But that's a strategy I feel like a lot of people take.
No, for sure. And Spence, the only thing is though, Conklin, Ertz, Jonnu, I understand Jonnu, but where my boy Isaiah Likely at, man? Isaiah Likely had the same. He in the last 8 weeks of the season, he killed Kyle Pitts, bro. And Kyle Pitts had a top 13. He finished as a 13th overall tight end, bro. My boy Isaiah Likely needs some love.
And who does Zach Ertz even play for?
The Commanders, bro. I think.
And they got Ben Sinnott over there too. Ben Sinnott been getting a lot of love right now, bro.
Yeah, I love Ben Sinnott in Dynasty.
He's a system guy. You know what I mean?
I got Kingsbury. It's Kingsbury's system, bro. Zach Ertz, I know he's old, but man, in Kingsbury's system, he was a tight end one.
I got a sleeper, bro. His name is Hayden Hurst Helmsley, bro. I'll play the game, bro. Super late.
I like Conklin if Rodgers is going to be back to form. Conklin's made some acrobatic catch. I actually watched the Jets dismantle the Texans last year in New York, and Tyler Conklin was a huge part of that in the rain, making acrobatic crazy catches with shitty quarterback play. So if he can just be the guy there, like what other receivers are there besides Garrett Wilson to command targets?
Exactly. Corley, a rookie.
You got
Mike Williams.
And then
Hurt, rookie.
Right.
Yeah.
And then a running back.
Yeah, no, Conklin, there's a reason I put him on this list. I mean, he's a guy
that's a sleeper for me right there, yeah.
Yeah, for sure. And then Jonnu, bro, I mean, he did pretty good last year. If something happens to Hill or Waddle, Jonnu might become a tight end one because somebody's going to have to absorb those targets. And, I mean, Odell, he ain't shit anymore. So, I mean, I think Jonnu could end up being a guy in that system potentially.
But you got in that system, though, it seems like you got to have the blocking capability. Is Jonnu a good blocker? Because they
I think so. I mean, he saw the field a lot last year with Atlanta.
Yeah,
he did know the system.
But they were both on the field, him and Pitts.
I know Mike Gesicki ain't did nothing in Miami, but he's a receiving tight end and couldn't see nothing when Mike McDaniel.
Yeah, because he couldn't block.
Yeah, 100%. That's my only argument about Jonnu is if he can be on the field to be
Jonnu was drafted by Arthur Smith to the Titans, and like he was the guy to replace Delaney Walker.
Yeah,
and you had Delaney Walker, and like Jonnu can block. It's just you never hear them like, oh my God, Jonnu threw him out the club, or you know what I mean. He know how to chip more to sell. You feel me?
Yeah. But that's what they need him to do, though. That's all they don't need him to be Kittle.
Yeah.
But as soon as he
I'm just saying in the event. Yeah, I'm just saying in the event one of the top two big dogs get hurt. Because if those big dogs are healthy, they're going to be the only ones eating. But a sleeper for me on here is Hunter Henry. He's been kind of growing on me because, like, looking at the Patriots, like, especially when they get Drake May in there, like, they're going to have to be slinging that thing a decent amount, playing from behind, I'm sure.
On the tight end.
Exactly. And then the beef brisket, I mean, throughout his career is lean on tight end some. So, like, I think Hunter Henry is someone that if you double up, like, you double up with, like, like a Goddard Henry or even like a Njoku Henry or Hawk Henry, just have Henry as like a guy that's kind of reliable as far as he got a bag, the Patriots. I don't know why they keep giving him those big contracts, but
my two late round targets, I already know it. I'm gonna have them hella late in all my drafts. It's gonna be Freiermuth and Hayden Hurst Helmsley, like with my very last pick everywhere.
Yeah, Freiermuth, you got to. I mean, he won't go that late, but I mean, Hayden Hurst though. Yeah, Hayden Hurst. Yeah, you could take Freiermuth in like the 12th and get Hayden Hurst with your last pick. And no one's on Hayden Hurst because he's had a lot of concussions. But I mean, he'll probably be the receiving tight end there for the Chargers. I just, it's probably
who plays the Monday night game week
passing
1?
Attack.
Greg Roman.
I'm like, who plays the Monday night game week 1? Don't even draft a tight end.
Niners.
Pick the Jets and Niners. So pick up Conklin right before the game, baby, and then drop somebody who did crappy on Sunday or whatever if you can, or somebody who's not going to play. You're like, oh, this
I'm
guy's
about
not
to pick up Conklin everywhere.
Yeah, I mean,
I did off the waivers in all my dynasties. I was like, this guy's just free sitting out here. Thank you.
I didn't think about that. Man. That's a good point.
When I did these rankings, I had Taysom Hill, but honestly, like Jawan Johnson, they've had good reports about him for the Saints. So
is he going to be healthy?
They're saying, yeah.
I thought he was hurt right now.
Yeah,
well, he was, but they released a timeline now. They're saying now he could be back for week 1. So with that being said, if I had to redo this, I'd probably put Jawan there over Taysom. I think Jawan,
man.
Yeah, he'll be
better.
Taysom
has that massive rushing upside though. It's like
and I mean in Kubiak's offense,
these
like
guys, that's like getting.
He's like, let me just take a snap back here.
Yeah.
Okay. I got one, bro. We're bringing it back, bro. All the way back, bro. My man Daniel Bellinger, dumbass sleeper.
Oh, I don't know about him.
Darren Waller retired.
They do have that nice tight end that they drafted too, though. Thomas.
They got a youngster.
Theo Johnson was that?
Johnson.
Yeah,
I think it was Theo Johnson. Yeah.
I never heard of bruh.
Theo Johnson. He's 6'6". He's a big ass target. 6'6". He's huge, bro.
Like my boy Darnell Washington. I hope Darnell Washington gets a play.
Oh,
I mean, he plays
every down. If I'm not mistaken, he just doesn't get into that passing game. That's
he's a
blocking.
He's a blocker. Yeah, that's what I think Fryermuth could do well because Darnell.
Bro, the Niners need Darnell Washington, bro.
Darnell Washington is gonna do the dirty work, bro. And Fryermuth gonna catch a touch.
His name sounds like a made up player.
Washington is
create a player. Yeah,
Darnell Washington.
Woods, bro. Yeah, Jelani Woods, 6'7", bro.
Right. Big old Woods.
Jelani Woods for the Colts, man. He was hurt all last year, but if he's healthy, he could definitely crack the top 20.
That's a good name,
yeah.
Yeah, I like that. Good looking out there, MJC. Yeah.
He scored a touchdown against us last year.
Oh, he did come back last year. I thought he missed the whole season.
Maybe it was another tight end.
Maybe it was.
It was.
He only played in 2022.
Yeah,
well, it wasn't Jelani Woods. Jelani Woods missed all last year.
He the only Colts fan I know. Oh my mom.
He's saying, Hefe, bro.
And he in Buffalo.
Salute, bro.
He's a Buffalo native. Oh my mama, salute. A matter of fact, let me do a little shameless plug. Me and Hefe gonna do a podcast tomorrow night. He's part of the Smoke Coast podcast. We will be on tomorrow night, 5 p.m. Pacific Standard Time, 8 p.m. Eastern Time. Shout out to my dog Hefe. 100%.
Yeah, man. Shout out to Hefe, man. Buffalo, stand up.
Come on now.
And the Colts. Hey, man. He loves some AR-15. You know what I mean?
Hey, look.
Where are you drafting him at, though? Right? Like, where's a Colts fan taking AR-15 in a redraft?
They
gotta be like
in Buffalo, they got ARs.
Oh, every day. And if y'all want to pull up tomorrow, man, I'll shoot y'all the link. All we doing is talking football. We're not talking.
Yeah, all
right. I got flag football games tomorrow. Actually, they're starting the season up again. So
I'll send it to the group chat though. Just
in case.
Yeah, good looking, bro. Good looking. So I think probably a good time to put a ball on this thing. Yep. Any closing thoughts before we dip on out of here?
Man, everybody plug everything. Let's go.
Kyle Pitts is too high.
Yeah, plug everything before we dip. Get it in.
He's way too high.
Yeah. At 10, y'all think I'm way lower on him than the consensus.
No. But still, put him at 12.
Bro.
Put him at 12.
Yeah, drop him out. He's not even top 24.
No.
Kyle Pitts.
Now I already plugged the shop. Y'all go check out me on peacockmerch.com. I got the sales running at least twice a month, so make sure you take advantage of those. And occasionally I will also be throwing out promo codes out here on the show when available, so you guys can check those out live. Thanks for rocking with us.
Yeah. And you already know, everywhere you consume your music, check out all the new projects I stayed dropping. Check out OMW. Check out the Bruce Wayne joint we just dropped, and be on the lookout for the Trifecta album. It's a little delayed, but on purpose. It's just super dope. Look out for it on all streaming platforms. Universe, give me money. You know what I'm saying? Gen Wealth Net, Playmakers shit, bro. Spencer, talk to him.
For sure, man. You already know where to find me. Guru Nation Podcast, man. We live every Monday. Mock Draft Monday, you feel me? Get up in here if you want the smoke. You know, we drafted. This week, plan on doing a super flex. Those that love super flex, I know all the playmakers do. So, yeah, we'll have our first super flex, you know. So, yeah, y'all tune in every Monday, Mock Draft Monday. We got plenty more on the horizon.
I might gotta join that
on
one.
the GWN, bro. I'll send you the invite, bro. In My Humble Opinion, it'll be launching in August. So next month we'll have In My Humble Opinion and plenty of other great shows here on the Guru Nation channel and the Gen Wealth Net. Y'all stay tuned.
Yeah, Guccini, talk to him.
Come on now, man. Hey, my name Heart to Start JD, aka the Guccini, man. You can find me on Instagram at Guccini_JD. If we not and at Heart to Start Fantasy Podcast 100% on all digital streaming platforms everywhere you can find me, Heart to Start Fantasy Podcast. But look, it was somebody that I had to talk to in the comments on Instagram, and I'm gonna tell everybody right now. Look,
yeah,
underscore JD Guccini JD underscore damn it, I'm stuttering right now. Please forgive me, but look,
you're good, bro.
Get on him, JD. Get on him.
Look, get at me. DM me. Look, bro, I'm taking all head up fades in DraftKings or in FanDuel on the full roster. If we ain't in no league, or you look, bro, I ain't ducking.
And we drafted J.
100%. Talk to me, bro. Get at me in my DM, bro. We gonna get it cracking 100%.
You already know.
We want all the smoke, bro. The smoke coast.
Smoke coast. Yeah, shout out to my dog Hefe. Hey, 5 p.m. Tomorrow night, man. Orange juice and a blunt for breakfast. Saturday morning, 7 a.m. Shout out to my dog Bogey. Shout out to Jim Wealth. You know, man, I'm a part of the motherfucking network 100%. I'm gonna be here every Wednesday, man. Whenever they got something cooking up, Spencer said his shit coming in August. He know I'm pulling up, bro. Come on,
yeah,
we cooking. You know what I mean? Everybody lock in. You feel me?
Facts. Yeah. Playmakers, unite. We got this rolling, y'all. But yeah, we got. Yes. We're going to put a bow on this one, but we'll be back very soon here on the GWN and the Guru Nation podcast. Thank y'all for listening. Catch y'all later.
Peace.